Hey everyone, Robert here, author and founder of the Expansion Mastery System, bringing you another practical tip to living a fully engaged life on expansive expressions. So this week I'd like to present you with 3 easy ways to fight impatience. Wouldn't that be great? Hey, if we all had the patience that we desired. Hey, well, I'm going to give you this week, I'm going to give you the 3 things that you need to fight, the 3 things you need to overcome that will help you reach all new levels of patience in your life, all aspects of your life. Everyone understands that patience is part of the spiritual growth journey. You cannot progress on the spiritual path without patience. Impatience is the product of the ego. And we know that where there is ego, there's no spirit. Where there is spirit, there's no ego. So we know the value of patience. Okay? This is a huge lesson even in the traditional martial arts. Okay? So anybody training in the Bujinkan or some other system, they know this well. Patience is a huge factor in what we're doing. And it's because it helps us overcome the ego. So the first thing that you must fight, first thing that you got to overcome is to learn to allow. Okay, so this is the first thing that you've got to do. So you've got to learn to allow. Most of the time we don't allow because of our impatience. Okay? And allow me to clarify this. What I mean by allow is to know when you have done your part and when to step back and allow the universe or God to take over and do its part to rearrange everything out there to fit what you're creating for yourself in life. Now, sometimes this takes a little more time than what we would like, hence patience, right? So we have to be patient and we have to learn to allow that the universe needs room and it needs time to rearrange all of these millions or billions of circumstances to fit everything for everybody, including what you want, what you desire, what you're manifesting. So we can see how important that is to the process. The universe needs room to work. It needs time to set things up for you. But the thing you can rest assured with is that it's always working in your favor. Sometimes we get impatient and we want things now because it seems so exciting. But sometimes now is not the right time for it. The universe will provide and manifest those things for us when the time is right. And we know we have to be able to trust in that. So that leads us to the second thing that we have to do, and that's we have to learn to trust. We have to learn to trust in the universe. We have to learn to trust that the universe knows better than we do. That can be hard for the ego sometimes. Whether you want to classify it as the universe or God or source or whatever, we have to trust that this divine entity knows what's better for us than we do. That's not anything new, is it? But we have to trust that it also knows when, where, and how to allow these things to come into our life. So sometimes we think things need to be a certain way or we need to have a certain thing. So we set about the process to manifest those things. And sometimes it shows up differently or even not at all. Okay? And we think we failed. We think we did something wrong. A lot of times that is not the case. Okay? Once you understand the process of manifestation and the fact that you are creating your life by what you think and focus on, right? What you think about, you bring about. So as you realize that that is happening, you also may realize that the universe will end up doing this in a way that it will give you what is best for you. You have to trust that the universe has your back. If you want something, for instance, maybe I want a really fast car. Hey, maybe I want that sports car that's super fast, and for some reason it's just, even though I'm doing the process right, I'm doing everything I can to bring that into my life, it still eludes me. And I think I failed. Well, maybe I didn't fail. Maybe it's the fact that the universe knows that if I get that car, that an accident is going to occur that may negatively impact my life or even end it. So then it keeps me from it as a way to protect me. See, we have to understand that there's a greater picture here. And the further you progress spiritually, the clearer the big picture will become to you. You'll be able to see it. And this is a technique called Shingon, and it means the eyes of God. And this is a technique that is available to human beings. You can acquire this, and you can start to see the big picture. Okay? Sometimes we think of this in terms of like the tiger and dragon. This year is the year of the dragon, right? The Chinese dragon. So the dragon flies, and it looks down, and it can see, you know, everything because it can see the bigger picture. And it's just kind of a metaphor for this type of vision. So we have to trust. Okay? And at some point, we have to get to number 3, and that's where we learn to let go. Okay? We have to learn to reach a point where we do everything that we possibly can, and then we step back and say, there it is. Okay? This is what I'm trying to do. This is where I'd like my life to go. Now it's in your hands. Right? I've saw on many church signs and bumper stickers, let go and let God. Right? This is what that's referring to. Okay? You have to reach a point where you let go, and then you let the universe take over and do what it does in your best interest, on your behalf. Okay? Along with letting go, we have to learn to let go of our own sense of self-absorption or self-centeredness, right? That focus where we have a sense of entitlement all the time. A lot of people are so self-absorbed today and so stuck in their head that they don't even realize other people are around them a lot of the time. And I think this is most unfortunate. We're meant to interact with each other, to be connected to each other, not to live like that. Okay? So as we do this, as we learn to allow ourselves to trust and let go, then this opens the floodgates, okay, for success in spiritual growth. This idea of letting go of being self-absorbed. I'll share a quick example from my life. A lot of times I will refer to myself in a plural form. Okay? This is not that I think there's many people running around inside my head or something. It's not that, but it's that I feel a lot of times I refer to myself as we. And when I write that, I think of myself and my fiance, or myself and some students, or even myself and everyone. And that's what's going through my mind. I sometimes make that distinction between just me and the fact that we're all connected. And I think as we attain a level of spiritual growth, you will find yourself using that from time to time. Okay? Now I've noticed too that people that are still far more self-absorbed tend to point that out. And oh, how many of you are in there? How many of you are, aren't you just you? And these are people that are very heavily stuck in the I. Okay? I, myself, I. Everything is I, right? So just watch for these signs. You might notice yourself have that slip out sometime. That's good. Okay? That's good. We've got to be able to get past that. We've got to realize that we are not a world filled with individual eyes. We are a world filled with connected, united people. Okay? We are all one, not a person. We are all people. Okay? We're all together. We're all connected. We're all one. All right. So once you learn to do those three things, you have the three things that you must do in order to affect great spiritual growth in your life. And once you do, you'll notice the level of patience that you have increase. And when your patience increases, your ego decreases. Okay, so watch for that. I know you can do it. Check it out. Have some fun with it as always. Good luck.